Eagles Rams. What a game that was. The snow game. The beginning of the game, there was no snow coming down. The highlight of that game, though, Jared Verse.
I just want to give props to Jared Verse. He
balled out.
Yeah,
he talked his
stuff.
Yeah,
and he walked it.
He did.
That's
he did.
One of the biggest things as a Philly fan. I gotta give him respect. He is still for sure my favorite for defensive player of the year after what he just did.
28-22. It wasn't even snowing before the game started, but this is what I was so concerned about that game with the betting odds. I was like, I cannot touch anything in this game. I don't know what's going to happen with this weather. It's most likely going to snow, but yeah, man. I mean, Saquon Barkley just took it to the Rams, but you know what? The Rams battled that entire game. Stafford bruised ribs. Oh my gosh!
Apparently, since week 4 against the Niners.
Something like that. It was somewhere, some point in this season he's been playing hurt. Their question remains is, will Stafford come back next year with all the money he's he's only owed $4 million, I read a few months ago. So, that will remain. Cooper Kupp, will he come back? But, sticking here on this game, your guys' defense was lights out. I mean, it really was. I mean, your defensive line. No Nakobe Dean. The defensive line. Burks. Yep. Yeah, I know. He stepped up big. The defensive line was huge in that game. I think Jalen Carter probably had his best game as a pro.
Yes, he did.
Shout out to that Georgia boy.
Beat the center twice. Got a direct sack on Stafford.
Yep.
Held him to 4th and long. We did our job.
I was concerned at the end of that game though, because it was 28-13. And you guys were up 15, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
As soon as he scored,
it was close.
I said it was too much time.
It was close. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" But yeah, Saquon Barkley was lights out. I'm concerned about Jalen Hurts though for this week though. He got hurt. He looked like he was hurt.
He's practicing very well today.
Really?
Like no limitations.
Are we gonna have any snow on Sunday in the link?
It doesn't look like it's going to be snowing like this past Sunday.
Ooh,
but they did say it will be cold.
All right, yeah. I mean, that's one thing that Jalen Hurts' safety though
pissed me off. Play calling was bad. If you look at it on that play, I'm positively sure Dallas Goedert straight in the middle. Linebacker is like 2-3 yards away from him. Should have thrown that at his feet, if anything. Should have pulled a Drew Allar, just throw it at his feet, throw it to the ground.
They've got to get AJ Brown involved somehow this Sunday against the Washington Commanders.
Yes,
I mean, one catch.
No.
It was one catch again, right?
Yes.
He had one catch, right? That was
it. Was a good slant on 4th and 3, and it was a delay of game, people say, but the timing is different.
It was a slant because the other one he threw to him over the top, and he dropped it in the snow.
Looked like
AJ Brown looked like he kind of came up hurt or whatever. Yeah. But somehow you got to get him involved. I think this Sunday.
I agree. You got to get your playmakers the ball.
You have to get him the ball somehow or some way. I mean,
he's respect it.
He's been quiet this entire postseason,
but he's not complaining. He's not a diva like the media portrays him to be.
No, he's not. But he wasn't reading his book on the sideline on Sunday. Inner excellence.
Maybe he came with the book though.
He did, but yeah. I mean, I think that game was everything, and it lived up to and more. Nolan Smith was big too.
Thank you, Mr. Dice Man.
Yeah, Kyron Williams had that touchdown though, but he had that fumble in the fourth
quarter. Jalen Carter. Yep.
Jalen Hurts had that big rushing touchdown at the beginning of the game. He hit his rushing prop on one play from that game.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley.
I think that was the line.
205 yards and 2 touchdowns. What?
Hey, I'm telling you.
Is he having? Is it
needs
fair
to be discussion for MVP?
Well, there's regular season. It's a regular season award. But is it fair to say that Saquon Barkley's having arguably the greatest running back season for a running back in postseason history?
No, it's not crazy to say that. I'm positively sure he's leading in yardage at 160. I think if you look at NFL films, there's a stat about it.
He's got more than 160 because he had over 200 yards in that Eagles Rams game.
Average, I think, from last game too.
Okay, combined. Yeah. Because the first game against the Packers, he had
120.
Yeah. So I mean, that is insane. The 78 yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter.
Poetic. Did you see the film? There's music
in the
see
snow.
Landon Dickerson like this, and then you see Jalen Hurts like this. As soon as he hits the line, it's already just like this. In the snow.
I mean, a remarkable game. Your guys' first NFC championship since 2022 against because you guys went to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. That NFC championship, Niners. Now I remember. Oh,
Yeah.
Niners red. No, I'm kidding. No, I do remember that very vividly now. Yeah, I remember that because they had the third string quarterback
Brock
in the
Purdy.
game.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy
Don't put a backup tight end on my best edge rusher. Yeah, that's your fault.
Oh, I remember that game. Yeah. All right. Well, you got to give the Rams some credit. Am I worried about
Jalen Hurts not throwing for more than 150 yards like most of the media and public?
No, because Jalen Jalen doesn't have to do a whole lot. Jalen Hurts doesn't even he doesn't have to do that much. That's what I'm saying.
Why is everyone overreacting about that? Look at the Super Bowl winners. No one talks about Tom Brady against the Rams.
The first 3 Super Bowls or the recent one.
Yeah, no one talks about Peyton Manning doing it against the Panthers. Like, let's stop moving the bar when it's Jalen Hurts. It's pissing me off. Hey. Everyone that threw for over 200 yards, they lost. Lamar lost.
Yep.
Did he show up? No, he didn't, right? Matthew Stafford lost.
Yep.
At the end of the day,
Stafford balled out though. He had what, 280?